do it.
You are shoved out the door at the rank of second lieutenant. You are now officially an officer. They give you your stripes and all the other fun nonsense prerequisite for your officer training. Principally because they wanted a ground control officer and you happen to fit the bill. As soon as that is completed, you are all gathered up and taken to, well, not actually. You guys have 5 months off. You spend your time doing everything that you said you did. You spend a lot of time training. You spend some time goofing off. You're each assigned various tasks in relevance to what you are skilled in. The FOT is assigned to the maintenance pool and spends quite a bit of time working on various pieces of equipment. That can be where some of your training came from. Kevin is taken into space and he is placed in charge of several small detachments of ships or other various tasks. Aerodana, you spend most of your time getting through officer training, after which they start prepping you for your next mission. Nick, you've got a variety of skills that are just utilized wherever they can fit you in.
Actually, I spent a lot on medical.
So yeah, you get, okay, that's perfectly fine. You get taken to medical, they put you through a lot of medical classes, etc., etc. The end of the time is you guys aren't sitting around very often for your 5 months off. However, at the end of the 5-month period, Moze, you receive an email indicating that you are to assemble your squad and report to your controller.
I'm assigned to the slave pit.
That's right.
No, they don't really.
My squad, huh? That's interesting. Now,
Yeah.
would Kevin's character still be considered? How would we rank next to each other exactly?
I think
Well, it's one of those glorious things. Technically speaking, Kevin is a second lieutenant in the Navy. A second lieutenant in the Navy actually outranks a second lieutenant in the Mercenary Officer Corps. However, second lieutenant naval ranks defer to mercenary captain ranks in the concept of if you're on the land, which is probably where this mission is. Well, actually, specifically, that's where this mission is. You got a mission brief included in your email. Because you are going to land, that means you effectively would be the highest-ranking military officer in his zone of control, so you would be in charge of the squad in that particular instance.
Well, alrighty then. I guess then forward on that email with the, BCC these guys saying to assemble at I don't know 0800 hours, whatever it says.
Yeah, you assemble about an hour before the meeting actually starts, so you guys can have a nice little talk. The SSDC suits all don't start work till 9. But you guys gather up. Basically, you're given a file. It indicates that you're going to a place called Harper's World, and there's a variety of maps and that sort of thing, but nothing really telling until your meeting. At 9 o'clock, you're all pulled into this meeting. Your controller, which I've never given a name, but you've dealt with repeatedly, so we're going to call him. It's a good name of an evil man. Your controller's name is Weber, and
yeah, it would
he's
be.
a dark, sinister soul who.
That is a fine name, yeah.
Yeah. Jerry Weber. There you go. We'll just keep all of James' characters. And Jerry smiles at you obsequiously. It's good to see my #1 team back in the area. How are you guys doing?
Real well, sir. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, he salutes back, all jaunty style. It's makes you want to throw up a little bit, but you know he does give you bonuses, so sometimes.
How you doing there, sir? You enjoying that ship I brought back to you?
Oh yeah, it was great. We already have it sent over to one of our special groups for special activities. Wink.
I got you.
A former pirate vessel with no transponder codes. I wonder what the hell they could be doing with that. You probably don't want to analyze it too hard.
No, I meant the Nostromo, but okay.
Oh, the Nostromo, yes. Oh yeah. Oh no, they're still. That's still in probate. The lawyers are busy hashing that out. Poor AMC can't fly their ship anywhere. It's tragic for them. In my heart, I feel bad for them. I wish they could just solve this problem easily.
Yeah, me too. And I spit a huge vat of chewing tobacco juice into a cup I'm carrying around.
Yes,
It's too bad that things are more complicated when returned from space.
Oh, well, don't worry about space this time. I'm sending you guys to a planet. It'll be fun.
Oh, finally. Something. Hope it has wildlife to kill.
Why is that the first? Oh, yes, I'm sure it does. There's plenty of wildlife there. He brings up a holographic sphere. This is Harper's World. SSDC's main line of business is providing military forces to colonies all over the Alliance. This colony, Harper's World, has requested Harper's World is a newer colony, and it has run into some issues. We've deployed three full companies of SSDC ground forces there, but to hire attritional casualties, we have decided that it would be useful to deploy a squadron of Battlelords to assist them in their task.
Sir, I can skin that puppet for you if you want.
Oh, would you please?
You got it. I stand up and grab the annoying barking tunnel behind him, and I will walk out of the room.
I hope it does that for a while.
There's no
All right.
sense.
You come back out, the dog is gone. Any rate, so he demonstrates this thing. So basically, you'll be going there. Thankfully, you have an officer in your midst. Otherwise, I would have to assign you directly to commander of the. Oh, I deleted something here. Major Crowley. He's the SSDC representative on planet. He's in charge of the garrison. You'll be reporting to him, but he is not. But your orders are that he is not in direct control of you. You will be following your own prerogatives. 1 second, please.
I thought I killed that dog.
Regeneration serum. You'll be allowed to follow your own prerogatives to complete the missions as needed. You'll be deployed there for a number of months to resolve any issues that are on site on that world, and when you're done, you get to leave.
Yes, sir.
Spoils of war still ours there, sir?
What happens in the field stays in the field. I don't really care. I would not expect this mission to be large bonuses, but it should be much safer than your last mission, so...
Walk in the park.
Yeah, you might find some money laying around if you're crafty.
We will keep an eye out, sir. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, well, gather your equipment. We've got a transcruiser ready to take you to a ship, and it will take you to the destination. Travel time will be approximately 2 weeks. And he hands each of you guys a bottle of water and some mints, and
Thank you very much, sir.
and he leaves. Yep. There's a file on the table. You've got 4 pass. You've got 4 tickets. You don't know what happened to the.
Looks like old binary, but I was gonna miss this one.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes. I believe he has, again, the massive diarrhea.
Digital diarrhea.
He's unable to recover. Constantly spraying out ones and zeros.
All right.
That frankly sounds terrible.
You guys go gather your stuff up. It's taken to the ship for you. You get on the ship, or the transcruiser takes you to the ship. Ship takes you to the colony world. You start flying over the colony world. First thing that notice about the colony world is it is almost entirely green. There is a very high percentage of not city down there, whereas opposed to the world you just left, which was pretty much all city. It looks terrible to you, Eridani, because you don't have a lot of green on your methane-covered homeworld. It's a lot of snow and frost. But for the rest of you, it looks reasonably tolerable. The ship you place into another transcruiser, which flies down to the surface of the planet. You land, and as you disembark, you're greeted by a mercenary officer, a first lieutenant, waiting for you at the bottom of the ramp.
I stand on the back. That's to not put him on edge. Any more than I have to.
All right. She's standing there, watching you guys patiently.
Salute.
Not my command.
Go ahead there, Moze. Let's get up there.
All right. You salute.
Reporting for duty.
She replies to your salute. Excellent. It's good to see you, sir. Or excuse me, it's good to see you. If you guys will choose to accompany me, we will be going to see Major Crowley, and we'll be giving out your mission brief. Also seeing your most of the stuff. All right. All your equipment is taken off by several enlisted. They load it in the back of 2 jeeps. Each jeep holds approximately 3 or 4 size class 4 individuals, and fewer some of you guys.
That's good for me.
There's 3 6s and a 4, right?
Yeah.
You guys can squeeze.
Yes.
Just because our 7 is not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys are all. There's enough room for everyone if you sit closely, except for Nick, who's got plenty of room. It's very comfortable for him. And you drive over to a large complex. The spaceport looks pretty much like this. Woohoo! So I can have some art.
All I can see is the Nostromo.
Oh.
Yep, that needs to go away.
1 second. 1 second. Boop. How about now?
Woo!
Much better.
That's better.
Yes.
Whoa, that's a weird plane.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a tough plane.
that thing ain't nothing. I'm gonna tell you what's weird. They're called whirlybirds. They're crazy.
Do you mean a helicopter?
Whatever you want to call them, freaks, them things that go against all that, which is science.
No, it's a downward thrust.
I do not accept your reality when it comes to that, sir. I am the one with the mechanics skill. You are not. I put in some more chaw in my mouth and started chewing it.
All right, you guys are driven to the main complex. It's a military.
You got a note.
Like a military base, and it acts like a military base. This looks pretty much straight out of BASIC to you guys. You guys definitely recognize what this is. As you're pulled in, the lieutenant takes you upstairs, introduces you. You see Major Crowley.
Hello.
It is good to see you. You're the second unit of Battlelords that have been deployed to this location, and I hope you perform better than the first unit.
I was not aware that there was a first unit, sir.
They were in charge of the initial site survey. I don't think they're continuing to be a unit of Battlelords under the employment of SSDC.
Man, they must have really buggered that up. Oh, sorry, I'm speaking out of place. Sorry about that.
He kind of glances at you, but you're all officers, so he's like, All right, so let me explain what's happened here. Basically, they buggered up the original site survey. The location was much more heavily infested, and we've taken much greater casualties than anticipated. This is also putting a negative impact on the colonization efforts, and as such, the governor of the planet is complaining bitterly to SSDC concerning our poor performance. We are hoping that by deploying a skilled unit of Battlelords with a good track record, you will be able to go and resolve numerous small fires for me and allow me to focus on improving the colony's overall security.
Yes, sir. Give me a list and I will check each one off.
All right. So that's your offering. He brings up this map. City we're in right now is referred to as Landing. It's a fairly common name for first cities on a planet. We've got numerous small issues out east of here, and we'd like these all looked at. In principle, we have a logging facility located directly east of here, designed to take some hardwoods out and provide shelters for some of the more well-to-do colonists. Unfortunately, they've had numerous deaths out there, and we would like to find out why. Also, I don't think I can read that, but wait, I need to drop the toolbar. Okay, we had one of our rotary miners go missing in a cave system northeast of here. The equipment has a high enough dollar value that it's worth dispatching some people to recover it. However, the area around there has been infested with space trolls of all things. And I do not wish to deploy the amount of conventional firepower that would be required to recover the miner. So you four should be adequate to go recover it, repair it, and bring it back. Finally,
Yes, sir. No problem.
the final fire I've got burning right now is we had a ship crash recently in the mountains to the southeast of here. It's definitely not one of ours, and while I'm hoping deep down in my what passes for a heart that everyone died on impact, I seriously doubt they did. So I need someone to go over there and investigate. And again, I don't have enough resources available to be dispatching enough troops to adequately screen the area, so I'll let you guys handle that one.
Did you get any preliminary data on that crash site? Is the vehicle still functional, or was it in flames as it was going down?
We have a satellite image, and he cycles up a satellite image. We believe she landed reasonably well, but she landed under some cover, and we really need to get closer eyes on it, and unfortunately SSDC in its wisdom did not provide me with enough satellites to really get a good pass on it. So he shows you an image of a starship. You recognize it as pretty much the equivalent of a tramp freighter. But it is an atmospheric unit, so it should be able to theoretically ignite retro rockets and not explode.
I can take a look at it.
There's
I can take a look at it.
Not a blast
when I get there.
All right. Yeah. He shows you that there isn't a blast crater around it, so he is suspicious that it landed successfully.
Yes, that's a valid concern. We will investigate the crash site first, sir.
Excellent. A skimmer will be made available to you. You've got a pilot. He kind of glances at you, Kevin.
Shifty look.
Do we have a pilot?
Do we have a pilot?
Nick, do you actually have skimmer piloting?
That is a great question.
No, I don't think so.
What did you take?
Please say car, please say car, please say car.
No, for I got a level of spacecraft.
That will be utterly useless there.
Yeah, I know. All of my stuff
You said
was...
skimmer?
Yes.
Ha. We're good.
Ah,
But only one level of it.
Oh,
So,
don't
no,
worry.
so the answer is no, we don't have a pilot.
Okay, well, what can you... He kind of paused for a second. Really? Okay, fine. Do you have any automobile driving?
Chirp, chirp.
Nope.
Can one of you drive a tank?
I can fix them.
Wow. Okay. Well, I don't have any spare pilots, so I'll leave it to you guys to figure out how to get there. Each hex is approximately 20 kilometers. Have fun.
Thank you, sir. We will do you proud.
Or not.
I said, look, if we're gonna walk, I'm gonna need a PTB 10.
Can we just get
I
a...
have. Would you like some tents? But I
No.
don't have a spare
I didn't say-
driver. What's that?
I apologize. Sometimes my accent's hard to understand. Let's say
Yes.
a PTB 110.
What's that?
Personal transport bot carries 110 encumbrance, so I can carry tools out to the site.
He wants a Segway.
It would, of course, be returned to you upon our return.
I'll check with the quartermaster to see if we have one. Alright, and then he pauses for a second. Okay, well, while you guys are figuring that out, this is the base. And base, we are full. This is a base. This is a SSDC military base. You will behave appropriately to officers at a military base. There is an officers club. He hands you each a key to the officers club. Food there is deducted directly from your salaries if you choose to partake of any of it. Also, landing itself, the colony has a small market area as well as housing for approximately 25,000 people. There's also a spaceport there that we don't use, and a northern market which contains some more illicit things such as a slavery market. SSDC does not participate that on planet. No SSDC uniforms shall be visible at that location.
Got it. No uniform, sir.
That is all I am asking. Alright, does anyone have any questions for me?
Game Master
No,
question.
sir.
Game Master questions too.
You said it was a 2-week trip to here,
Yes.
so we got 2 more weeks of pay.
Yeah. We said whatever we did your pay is bi-weekly. Was it weekly or bi-weekly?
It's weekly.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome then. Yeah, they just deposit straight into your check, straight into your accounts. You go down. If you want to access your account, you get a biometric reader. First transaction takes about 5 seconds to process. Everything else after that takes about a quarter nanosecond or two, because they got to go through the hypernet all the way back to the main banking network to find your information.
Yeah, no. Just as clarification, I do have 1 skill point in skimmer, 1 skill point in tank, and 2 in automobile. So that's 60 for skimmers, 60 for tanks, and 70 for automobile.
Okay. You go downstairs. Well, okay. Okay. So
I don't know if that's adequate, low.
Let me just scrap like this. You walk out of the officer because he's pretty much done with you guys for now.
Right.
Mechanically, you can use your administrative skill to request the robot that you wanted to request. It's probably a level 2 or 3 check. They're not that hard to get rid of. They're not that hard pressed for them. You can also try to basically. Kevin doesn't have enough skills to be officially punched in on that, but you can try to negotiate someone into letting you have access to the motor pool anyway. It's not that difficult of a fast talk check.
So my accounting will let me requisition something?
Did anyone have administrative, or was that Andrew?
No one has administrative.
Oh, I thought someone had administrative.
Moze has law. I have accounting.
Okay. Well,
I also have diplomacy.
you can try diplomacy. You can go just basically make a persuasion check to try to convince them to give away the robot, but you don't know what files to The quartermaster basically looks at you and goes, "What do you need?"
Need a PTB 110 and a set of master tools to fix it. What kind of craft was that crashed?
The YT 1300 tramp freighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
To fix a YT 1300 tramp freighter.
Okay. He pushes out. All right, not a problem. He reaches under and he pulls out a binder of paper approximately 1.5 inches thick. Fill this out.
Yeah, all right.
I assume I'm there helping with requisitions. I am sorry, sir. This is from Major Crowley, and it is very urgent. Is there any thinner stack of papers that we could fill out so that we may accomplish this and safeguard everyone, including yourself? Yeah, I'm going to call that my diplomacy.
Make your diplomacy check.
Well, I already rolled it. I beat it by 18.
He considers briefly. Well, for the good of everybody, he takes the thing of papers off of you and pulls out one that's only 1 inch thick.
Well, I'll go through and fill my part out.
And he gives you a pen. That's as helpful as he's going to be.
The thought can fill out all the crap.
Figuring 1 page per minute, there's like 90 pages there.
So, who would we speak to about gaining access to the motorcade?
You actually see another person who's in charge of the motor pool.
Motor pool.
Yeah. And how can I help you?
Hey, boss.
Right, you said each hex is 20 kilometers?
Yeah. 140 kilometers away, yes. And the skimmer, that's a good 10-minute trip.
Make sure you get one with a long-range radio mounted on it.
All of ours have long-range radios. These are all military-grade vehicles. Precision, high-quality hardware. Not like the crap they have in the city. Alright. Moze is reading a magazine. Well, technically speaking, Kevin, you don't actually need to get Moze involved in this. You could at least give it an initial go-see before you try him.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't...
So we're gonna need a requisition of skimmer.
Okay. Pulls up the form for you. Who's the pilot?
That'll be me.
You're not listed as being eligible for skimmer.
And so you need to see my pilot's license?
Well, normally it should be on your file here.
Oh, well, they must have left it out, so I write some numbers down. It's probably going to be under one of these files, varying in amounts, $500 increments, up to 15.
Ah.
Are you attempting a bribe? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Make a diplomacy check.
How about a bribery check?
Bribery check's even better.
So,
Be right back.
Right.
and that is under by 20.
That's good enough. He takes the 500 credits because I'm sure it's just an oversight. and he flags you as having a temporary license. He said, just put your thumbprint here, initializing that you're taking responsibility for this vehicle, and we're good to go.
Alrighty.
All
Put my
right.
thumbprint down.
Which one of the four?
I take all four hands and go.
All right. You do that, you are given the keys to a military-grade skimmer. However, you don't have weapons clearance. He's not willing to give you one with guns. You have one of the scouting ones that don't have guns.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have gunnery anyway.
Yeah. You did shoot a machine gun, didn't
Well,
you?
I did, yes, but
You didn't hit anything, but you did shoot it. That was important.
quite horribly, but yes, I did.
All right, so you got the skimmer.
I have gunnery arcane power, but only one level of it.
Yeah, this is actually modern stuff. This one,
Yeah.
other ones we're looking at. Some of them have plasma cannons, and some of them have laser cannons. None of
Okay.
them have machine guns. You do see a Jeep that does have a machine gun on top of it, but it looks more like a
That would be great for going to the bar.
yeah, pretty much. It's just there because it's there. All right, so you got the skimmer. You're given the keys and told to get it to one of the landing pads. So everyone starts watching the hotshot naval pilot as he goes and gets into the cockpit of the skimmer. This looks more like a sports skimmer. Like, you've driven a couple skimmers because you have a couple ranks, but you're used to the civilian things like, there's no auto control here. It looks like it's pretty much all manual.
Nice.
And you're also aware that its top speed is greater than most. You'll probably be okay. Its top speed is greater than most sports skimmers.
So that's under by 72, 14 or 24.
24. With 24, you're able to confidently enough lift off, take it to the next location that it's okay. You quickly decide that you are going to keep it under approximately, you're not taking it more than 100 kilometers an hour, which is painfully slow for the thing, but it prevents any odd wind effects, and you're going to probably want to keep it over 100. There are very set conditions that you can drive it in, but in those conditions you can drive it successfully. Outside of those conditions, everyone's going to die.
I mean,
Let's keep this thing low and slow.
Pretty much. You take it low and slow over to one of the other landing pads, bring it down, and everyone can easily get access to it. James, you're still filling out the forms. You're on page...
A lot.
5. You spent an hour so far.
I come back and, hey Billy, what's taking so long there?
There's a lot of pages, sir. A lot of pages.
Well, I hold up forearms. I got a couple extra hands.
Well, there's a lot of referring back and forth to other different parts of the sections, and yeah. So,
What was it you were trying to get again?
some tools to fix the skimmer, to fix the crashed place,
And that information's on that first page right there, right?
and a little bot to carry them, to carry it around for me.
And that's on that first page right there?
Well, that's what the initial request is. The first couple pages, yeah.
Here, let me see that first. Let me see the initial request.
That's laying right there. It's all yours.
I take it. I walk back over to the window.
Yes.
I place 1,000 credits with it. We'd like to go ahead and finish completing these forms here, and turn them in.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
One moment. A robot wheels out holding the giant toolkit that you'll need.
Alright.
Well, I'd heard tales that a confident squad of Battlelords were coming here, but you guys know exactly what to say.
Thanks for your time. I throw the rest back in his face.
He's like, wow, I could hear you over the tail of my 1,000 credits.
Exactly.
Stand up, put my magazine down. I don't know what just happened. Let's just go.
Good plan, sir. Good plan.
I got us a skimmer in the motorcade.
Nick, did you want to do anything while you were
It
here?
is wrong word.
No,
Did you need to requisition any medical equipment?
you know, I'm not sure what all I would need.
The answer is yes to that question.
Yes.
Always.
I don't know. I got a first aid kit.
Okay, so 2 sticks and some duct tape. Sweet. We should
Pretty
be
much.
fine.
Well, I was curious about the infection and poison skill, but I was reading. I think the poison skill I have to use like whatever's in the wild to make up something for it. I don't know. Is there anything that I can buy to help me with my skills?
Yeah, there's tons of things you can buy to help you with your medical skills.
But is there anything we could just requisition from the medical bay? Because they wanted us to stop over and look for the... Was it a miner, or...?
Yeah.
I thought that was equipment they lost.
There was a mining robot they wanted you to look for. There was a crash site which might have potentially some injured parties there. And there was something killing loggers.
I don't care about
Oh.
loggers.
I thought we were going to cleanse the crash site.
Well, that might be something you might be able to make an argument for. Basically, like you could probably request a paramedics kit. That's generally speaking should be, that's like a ambulance kit worth of stuff.
Oh, paramedics isn't an actual skill?
I think it,
Yes, it is an actual skill.
and if you don't have it, it's kind of worthless.
Yeah.
What medical skills do
Your
you
first
have?
aid kit will give you plus 10 to your basic med checks.
Yeah, I got basically 20 levels of basic med, and then a couple levels in infection and poison.
Battlelords. With basic med, I can fix anything.
Pretty much.
It's got a compound spinal fracture. Don't worry.
Okay, so
I can handle that.
with the toolkit we get a couple extra things of triple expanding foam and a couple extra things of duct tape.
Yep.
It's first aid equipment.
Split broken bones. Essentially, you can take care of anything critical that does not involve
Surgery.
major stat penalties.
Well, I think we got him to the point where he can clean up a critical wound so that we can actually apply a BRI.
Yeah. Yeah, paramedic, basically it's basic med covers every first aid thing imaginable. You are like the god of first aid. Paramedic
Unless
is...
I get hit, and then I'm worthless.
Don't worry, we'll save you.
Yeah, paramedics can do
When he
minor
dies, everybody tell him
surgery
we did
and
it.
amputate limbs, as well as keep people alive. And surgery allows you to do lots of crazy stuff, and that's where you start getting paid real well.
Yeah, but we don't have the time for that, so.
How long does surgery take anyway?
Like 6 or 7 months.
7 months.
per rank, yeah.
7 months, yeah, you super don't have time for that.
So maybe some white count injection if they've got any of that. Some.
Well,
Never heard.
All right.
let's get the robot loaded in. Let's go ahead and get the robot and your tools loaded in the skimmer.
Yeah, they kind of look. I mean, they've got medical supplies. Without more information, they really are leery to release significant amounts of medical supplies. They do ultimately decide to give you guys some white count injectors or injections, They give you basically a bag with a couple thermal blankets in it, some white count injectors, a couple slap bandages, 5, and
Writing that down, Nick.
Yep.
Duct tape.
and duct tape and a first aid kit. So you have another first aid kit. Oh, no, you're
There'll be one on the skimmer now.
yeah. And there's also a first aid kit on the skimmer because it's a military skimmer. So you have 2 provided first aid kits plus with whatever Nick has, and 5 extra slap bandages. But that's basically they basically rated their stock of emergency supplies for people that aren't us. So you could request more, but you're not probably going to get up. Now, you always have the option for this sort of thing to just buy. You could buy BRIs. They have a significant number of BRIs that you could purchase out of your own money if that's what you'd like. They actually have pretty much every medical supply you'd want, and you do, as Battlelords, have the ability to just requisition in terms of purchasing for cash. But borrowing stuff you're intending on bringing back, like the robot and the toolkit for the one thing, they'll let you borrow if you're ordered to do so. But you're Battlelords. You get paid a lot of money, so you get to buy your own bandages.
That's acceptable.
I thought it was you got paid a lot because we might die every single day that we're working.
Yeah, that too. But they also let you buy your own bandages. So
Yeah, I have 3 BRIs already, so
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I have 1.
It's not impossible for them to give you BRIs. It's just, this particular mission going to a crash site, they're not really inclined. We're going to fight aliens. They've probably been more inclined.
That's 4 BRIs. I'm sure that's enough.
Well, I've got 2 as well, so.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
all right, let's just get
That's two.
Okay. Everyone but Nick's got at least 2, and Nick's just an idiot for only having 1. So everyone's good. All right. You guys all load up into the skimmer, vastly increasing the amount of weight in the skimmer. Kevin, make another pilot check.
Put a hand on Galbraith's shoulder before we start moving. Please do not kill us.
Make another pilot check.
Mulligan? Oh, God.
Much better.
You actually managed to twirl the skimmer in midair and bring it within... And you slam it to the ground, scraping off a lot of the undermount paint.
I said don't kill us! And I said please! What is wrong with you?
Sorry, sir. I was using the wrong hands. I switch hands.
What are the other 2? Your dick-clutching hands? Use all 4 or something!
Yeah.
Well, technically, if I put this down in some water, I outrank you.
It is time to that, strangely enough.
Do not push it. We are not in water yet.
All right.
Do not tempt me.
And I spit a big chunk of chaw out the window.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
That's a lot easier now that the window broke.
That's why I did it.
That happened in combat if anyone asks.